Hello everyone, thanks for watching and welcome to this new video, which is all about cutouts and bravely cutting out pieces of pages and making a kind of continuing story. When we were traveling, I had this Lionsgate page and I'm very happy with that, and it's continuing on the next pages in the journal. So I will show you this part at the end, but now we go back to some art journals where I tried this technique earlier. First we go to my pear project, this one here, and this is something that continues because of the cutouts, the cut pages, and the pear is coming back. And it's a story about the pear, and I'm using it in multiple ways as in my theme. I use various techniques, so this is a perfect way to continue working in the same theme, in the same colors. So this is the first page which introduces the pear project. But actually, I was on the 2/3 of the book. That means that I am in my biggest flow. And you see already here that I am working in same like colors. So that's a good thing if you're really into the flow of specific colors, a color palette that you really love. You can continue and you make cutouts of the page. So for example, if there was a little space here and this bird was a little more on the right side of the page, I could even, incorporate the bird into this page. And that's exactly what I've done on these pages. I add elements on the same page, on two different pages. So I added here one of my favorite flowers to draw. I used these ones for bookmark. And I copied them from that because I really loved those flowers, and I also created them on this page. So there is similarity. And also, when you look at this part, it's connected with this pattern on the fabric, it's connected with this. So there are connections coming back all the time, and it's also the color that I use for the first pear. This is actually no pear page, but I wanted to show because this is continuing on the next pages, the following pages. But what's nice is that this is a very simple way, I think the easiest way to do a cutout page, and it feels very brave to do this. Just cut out a piece of, in this case, burlap page from the Dina Wakley book that I bought, and that's still my favorite book. And they are unfortunately not on the market, so I am trying to look for solutions to maybe create my own books, or maybe I use another art journal that really fits, well, my needs. And I really love to work on multiple papers and use, well, various things like the burlap. The watercolor paper that's inside, it's brilliant. So I'm thinking about creating my own books, but if you have any tip on other art journals that you found great to work in, that you find great to work in, if you're still working in it, I'd love to hear your experiences. Let's continue the pear project. So here is another one, and I had so many of pairs to these because I was doing some lessons with kids and adults in my studio those days. So what I wanted to do is try to work them out differently with various techniques. So you see here that I did another cutout. This is even braver than cutting just a small part. Here I took out half of the page and I glued some other pieces of paper. So the front is here. And here you can see I added this part of the burlap that I cut out here. So when you cut out things, you can simply place them on another page, because I found the burlap matches very well with the craft paper that's on this side. And here you can see just one cut out, and I pasted that one here. So I did the same as I did with the burlap. I use these pieces as well. What I also done is giving this one a background, you will see it later, the same as that I did here. And now you can see there's still a bit of the background visible and here. So I'm making connections on several pages at the same time. And that's a very cool thing to do, especially when you have a lot of things, a lot of stuff created around one particular project or one particular color palette, like here the green and the brown, and there's a bit of, well, reddish brown, and it was also in the fabric here. And when you love elements, I for example love this one. It's from an old, I think it's a t-shirt or something, and this was a very, well, for me, a very precious thing that I didn't want to use too soon. But now you can see it's still on this page too. And even when I turn the page, it's still the, well, the shape of the pear. And you see that actually this one could be a little higher, the reddish brown, well, embroidery thing, because it's not going to the top of the pear. But, well, that was just, I think, a beginner's mistake. I really want to have this higher, but it's not possible. I already glued it down. So this is a cutout from that one. And this is a bit of sewing that I'd love to do, but it's on the back. You can see another piece of fabric. Or no, it's not a piece of fabric. I think it's a piece of thin brown paper that I sewed in. So always when you sew, it's always coming back on the back of the page. If you want to do more with sewing, I have an art journal course on, well, it's called Weaving and Unraveling. And I really love the frayed burlap. I really love connecting things with thread, needle and thread, embroidery, weaving. So in this class, I show you various techniques to work with fabrics and, well, threads, wool, all kind of things. And at the moment we have a discount on my introduction course to art journaling. So it would be lovely if you join me. And after buying one single class, you always get the 10% discount on any other course that you'd like to do. My online academy is called Brave Art Academy. You can find the link here, and it's easy to buy a class. At the moment, we have, as I said, the introduction course for sale, and it's instead of $35, $28. So I'd love to welcome you in the classroom. And the fun thing about joining one of my classes is that there's also a big community who's posting results and sharing feedback. And if you once started this class, you can see all the results from all the courses. So you're in and you can also see results of other courses. As I said, I already had a lot of lesson material. This is, I think I used the outline as a template. So I printed these ones, and this is another outcut. I think this is this one. And this is that one. And it's lovely to use printing techniques because you can make more of something. You can copy it, and you can also look at, when you have two of something, you can show what their connection is. So these ones are opposite, but they are looking at each other. They are connecting. And these ones are a bit like, well, out of contact. So that's something that I really love to do. What are all the connections between the pairs? And here, this one is well, having contact with that one as well. This one is looking at that one. So I find it very interesting to try out several compositions. And let's go to the next one. You can see this one, and it's having a kind of extra edge around it. Also, I use small leaves, a leaf pattern. I used fabric, and I wanted to do something in different colors with the same theme. Oh, what I haven't said is that for the children's lesson, we also created our own tape, and I really loved to do something with apples and pears. So that's also in it. And here you can see other patterns with pears in it, like this one. And I used the same as here. And that's now the pattern of the pear. So, and as I said, here is something appearing. It's a word. I thought it very funny. And this one, well, now everything is disappearing. And here we have some more studies that I created, and I wanted to use another color scheme. And I even did some jelly prints with real pears. So this was really fun to do. I cut them in half and I used them on my jelly plate. So it was really fun to do. So you've seen various techniques. I haven't made cutout here. I could have been doing that, but I thought this was already too full. But it's still, well, going on. It's a continuing story. And I think, yeah, here it's ending. So this was really fun to do. I did jelly printing. I did normal pencil, and I think this is, well, crayons. I think soft pastels or something. I did cutouts. I did prints. I did patterns. I did more studies. Oh, these are prints as well. I did things with fabrics. So it's containing a lot. You simply have to set yourself a goal and work on a theme, and it's wonderful to do. If you love jelly printing, we have a video on jelly printing. I put that in the end screen. The next pages I'm about to show is out of this book from the collaboration with Angela. And she created wonderful lilies and a hand, and I already created this hole. This was my very first cutout ever. So it felt a little brave to do that, but well, I think it's wonderful, and I will show you the pages right now. This is a double craft page, and as I said, this is a collaboration, and Angela created these wonderful lilies, and I created this, well, cutout. This was my first cutout, and I felt a little, well, it felt very, well, scary to do so, but I wanted her face to be in this page, so I wanted to have something blue coming back on this page, because this is already shimmering through, and this is even an extra effect. And she also drew a hand, and I thought the things needed to be a bit more visible, so I created more blue around the lilies, and I cut out the hand because I thought there is already a cutout. So on this page you will see another hand. I also wanted to be her ingredients a bit more, well, this is something she's done, and there was not that much from her on this page. So I thought it would be nice to repeat the hand or continue it, and you can still see it on the back. And as this is going back to the source, I thought it would be great to use this hand that I cut out, glued down on this image. because it's kind of the hand of God. And also here you can see the hands are connecting. They are, well, pointing at each other, and I thought it would be great to do that. So this is a little project with just one cutout. And sometimes there are elements in the book that you find too, well, you want to have them another time. And that was the case with this woman. And I was working with the same colors. This is also a jelly print again. And so here she's standing between the text. I have another video talking about using text in your art journal. So I put that one in the end screen as well. And in this case, you see a small part of the text. It would have been better if I put something like the face of the sun here, but sometimes I'm just working and not thinking about composition, and that's something for cutouts you need to do a little more. But it would have been better if this sun was in this part, in the hole, but it's okay. And you also see that I am a very messy worker. I'm not a good cutter. And also this is fraying, so the circle will be not a circle at all in the end, I think, when you turn this page a lot of times. But I really found this a great way to, well, let something come back. She's talking. And then here on this page, she is also coming back. And the nice thing is that this is about silence. And this page is about the moon and the sun. So this was really a page about silence. So the theme is also coming back on this page. By the way, Anthony says he likes it because it's just like the sun is coming up a bit. So you see already the sun rays, the sunbeams, and well, maybe he's got a point. And then there's one of my favorite themes, and that's windows and doors, and that's in this art journal. I really enjoy pages with doors and windows that can open and close. And in this case, I used Matisse-like scenery with a curtain that I created myself with watery paint. I used some paint. Well, I don't know what it is, but I think these are shapes of an old painting or something that I put in a vase. I really enjoyed creating a kind of a living room. And then you can open the blinds. And guess what? Here's a landscape. And this is the view that the people have. So that's really great. I created the blinds because I thought this would be a little weird, that you look from the outside in and you see another house. So that's, well, a bit like a Hollywood scene, like well, just walls and not houses. So I thought this would be a great solution for that. And I started this chapter with this window, and I wasn't thinking about cutout at all. So I haven't made a cutout for here. Could be because the curtain can be visible, but then I had to cut this out, and I already created that. I also love the blinds that can open and close. And here it's the same case. You can even see what's inside of the house. So that's wonderful. And these ones I folded in new pieces of paper that I glued down. So there is no cutout because I didn't want anything damaged on this page. Now let's go back to my final project, my most recent project on cutting out pages and continuing stories, The Lion's Gate. We visited our friend Annemarie, and I just had a wonderful massage from her. And I was painting the day after, and I didn't know what I was doing. And suddenly I saw the eye and the nose of a lion, and I thought that would be great. And especially because the Lion's Gate was open. And the Lion's Gate, I believe it's from the 26th of July to the 8th of August. So it was exactly those days that I painted this continuing story. And I later changed some things, but I thought it would be great to leave the lion here in the gate. And also you can see windows, and I wanted to do cutouts here too, but I already created my Peru's Le Roc painting on the back. So when you start working with cutouts, it's very handy to start with, well, somewhere in the middle of your book, because then you don't have to destroy other pages and you can, well, really get into the flow. I also created something you can open and close, because I found the whole composition was a little too much, and this was kind of a fairy who, well, spreaded out love or flowers, but I thought it would be a bit too much. So I wanted to be connected with this page as well, which is quite vague. And what I really loved was having a door. You can later see why I've created this door. And these were some words just popping up when I was having the massage. And it's all about, well, getting into the flow, growth, effortlessness, and purity. So that was a bit what it was about. And this is also intuitively written text. And now we go on to the next page, and we see still the lion's face. And the text here is so much strength inside. And I wanted to add some flowers, some grass things. I wanted to have this in. And here is a woman that I cut out to do some printing. I think this is a print, actually. This is a print. And here is a tiny door. I can also close it, but I leave it open because the poppy here is connected with the colors that are here as well. And why I leave it open as I turn the page, look at this. I thought it would be great to continue working on the lion. I didn't want to have just a part of the face. I wanted to see the full lion. So here it is. I must admit this page isn't finished yet because I think it's, well, missing something here. But at the end, when I'm almost done with the book, I stumble upon some items that could be, well, I could use for this part. And the story is continuing, but this is a kind of weird thing in between. So I skipped that one for now because the story is a little continuing. Here are still some experiences of the massage. And here's a little Bible piece. It's from my birthday. It's in French. And here you can see a way that I already showed you, cutting out a piece of burlap. And here in this case I just put some pieces of fabric down, and, well, also here you can see continuing parts like the dots here from her jacket, or maybe those are wings, I don't know. I wanted to, well, I didn't want it to be too, well, explicit. So here is continuing, and it's also going in a kind of direction from, it's going from here to there, or it's going from there to there. So you can see the continuing process here as well. And sometimes that was also the struggle with the page that I skipped, is I was doing another project in between. So maybe I want to do something with cutouts, but this is a kind of a project that maybe I'm going to use for a commission. So I couldn't do any cutout before I know that the one who wants the commission wants to use it. And if she decides not to use it at all, I can simply go on with maybe creating another door here. And I have to think about, oh, I don't want it to be too low, but there's the poppy, so I don't want to do that. But maybe there's another door here. And then we go to that page. Is that possible? It's in our dress. No, it's not possible. So I'm constantly thinking, where could I put another doorway? Or maybe I could do it here in one of the flowers, and then it's here. So then it's okay. And then I have to look at, is this something that matches that page as well? So it's constantly figuring out what to do with the next page. And then it goes on maybe to another page, this one. Yeah, I think it's great to continue it, but I just need some time and I need to know whether the commission is going to be used, and then I can scan it, and after that I can use it for my cutout story. And here is no cutout at all, but it's a bit continuing because these are all the pages that I've created at the house of our friend Annemarie. So, whoa, it could be possible that I simply do something here, another hole, and then this is visible. That is kind of matching because of the brown. And you see that when I am doing kind of stories like this, you see colors are coming back, at least at the page after. This one, for example, is the beige, the brown colors, and also the background of the craft paper is coming back. But also, I have no blue here, but blue is the new color that I introduce here. And then here, blue is the other color. Blue is again the color, but you don't see any green on this page. You can see the pink. There's a little pink on this page as well. I really love these flowers. So you see that it's constantly coming back the page after. And these are kind of new colors, but the pink is still in it. So I could do something with the pink. And maybe I could even cut a little circle so the story goes on and the lion is going through the gate, and at the end he reaches, well, maybe the end of the book, but I don't know, I'm not sure. The story must end somewhere. So I could do that, simply cut out this shape and then bring back this color into this part of the page. It's also already a bit in the lion, so when I know about the commission I can do that. And then you can see here, well, kind of shape, circle, cut out, and then that's perfectly fine on this page. And this is already continuing because this part is missing. And well, here I could simply create a little heart to this part, or maybe I do something with the pattern, but I really love this woman. So maybe it's something, well, small that I could do. Of course, I have to look what's on that page. Is that okay? So it's, well, it's kind of a challenge, but it's really nice to do. I think this is the last page, but actually it's continuing. This is the page you've already seen in my tutorial about using zero waste items and jelly printing. So I put that link in the end screen as well. And who's there? Look who's there. It's the cutout from the woman that stands here. So this is the opposite. I was thinking about creating more of her, but I really found it very nice to use her just once. So this could be the end of the lion's page, because after this there's a landscape, just like the one I shown you here. These ones are not pages that I want to cut out. So I think this is maybe the place where the lion lives. So I think this should be the final page, because here she's letting go, and see what she has in her hand. It's a 4-leaf clover. So that's a great, I think this is a great happy end of the story from the lion. Don't you think? So that was it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please let me know what's your theme on cutting out pages. Do you have continuing stories in your art journal and pages where you can see glimpses of other pages? Please let me know in the comments. It would be wonderful to hear from you. And also, if you have anything you want to talk about or want me to talk about in video, please let me know and we consider creating a video on that. For now, please turn on the notification bell so you won't miss a thing next time. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. We appreciate it very much, and well, I see you next time. Bye bye.